Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex forecast. It's been a while without any forecast. It's because of the summer period. I was on holidays and market also didn't give us much opportunities, especially for the swing trading. Definitely we still have some options for intraday day trading or scalping, uh, but still we have to wait more patiently for volatility. It's always like this during the summer period. We have less liquidity, so sometimes it's good time to just rest, to analyze what we did in the past, to prepare ourselves again for trading in September when volatility should go back to normal. So it's also good time to rest a little bit from market and from some charts. Yes, but still market is going, so I decided to record this to help you find some opportunities. And the first pair is Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. This, as we see, is climbing up. We had some opportunities here which we explained during the live room, and market went up pretty nice from this level. It's around 300 pips almost. But what we have right now, if we pay attention on the weekly chart, price is around the weekly resistance area, as we see here. Another strong resistance is higher. It's still here. It's still around 250 pips or even more, because we also have false breakouts here. In between, we have smaller resistance, which probably comes from the daily chart. And as we see here, we have some spikes, some touches. So this will be another possible stop. If we pay attention to weekly chart, we had trend line breakout here, and what price did make the first weekly 1 to 3 and started to go up. So this might be really possible option for trend change. Right now it's climbing up, definitely we see on the weekly chart, so definitely buys. It will, right now it will be late scenarios, but we also might have some retracements back to the 36 EMA, and possible maybe bounces like long 1 to 3 on the weekly chart and then continuation again. But we don't know from which point price decide to retrace. This might be this point because we have resistance, but because the trend is still strong and we have the weekly long 1 to 3, price might continue to go to the next level or next level and then retrace. Yeah. So daily chart, what we have on the daily, also visible long trend. We have daily trend lines. So the best way is to wait for retracement back to the daily 36 plus daily trend line, and then start to look again for buys to target this resistance, then another and another if price continues to go up. This is first option. Another option is to go to lower time frames and look for any retracements and still look for buys. But those buys should be taken on the low time frames, like 5 minute, 1 minute chart, because simply it's late option. Price already moved like 450 pips without bigger retracements. That's why retracement might happen. So we would like to take this on the lower time frames to achieve targets fast, and if we are lucky, price continue to go up, it's even better. Also 1 hour chart right now, it looks like a false breakout, so I wouldn't look for this setup if we have. Maybe we'll have this bigger retracement finally to the 4 hour chart. Yes, so another option, more aggressive scenario, we have also this trend line on the 4 hour chart. We might have get this bigger retracement back to 4 hour 36 EMA or this trend line, or even, like I said, this bigger one. So if we are interested to trade aggressively, we can look for possible trades against main direction. This is the trend line, the best line which we can draw. So after breakout of this trend line, this will be your first signal that we might have that we might get weakness and price might retrace. Yes, and then our first goal will be, of course, a 4 hour chart 36 EMA and then the next trend line. So this is also an opportunity to trade against main direction. If price stays above this and we will get another long 1 to 3 here, this will be our signal still to buy. Yes, so maybe price will just struggle a little bit here, and then after having new higher low, you can still definitely buy it. Euro Aussie is in the range. We have it looks like a steep short 1 to 3 here, as we see, but basically what we have is that price moved up quickly and retraced also quickly back to the same area where this whole move started. So basically we are in the same zone, so price can do everything, can continue to go down or will go up again. And especially that if we pay attention to monthly chart, price already retested those levels. Of course there is still room to go higher, but I was expecting for price to go to those levels, but in the, if I can say, normal move, not in the 2 3 candles. Yes, so that's why I say that it still can do everything. As we see on the monthly, we are still above the 36 EMA, so it's still pointing up. But of course, this is monthly chart. So what we have this resistance area here. Another resistance is a little bit higher. If we pay attention to support zone, we will have here any trend lines on the Euro Aussie. We will have something like that, yes, if or even like this with 3 touches. We have this trend line. So if this is like a weekly short 1 to 3, price still continue to go down to retest trend line or support area here. Yeah. So let's go to daily chart, and on the daily we'll see that we will have even smaller range here. Yeah, that price is squeezed. So what we can do, we can select this support area, and then we can simply wait for possible breakouts. On the 4-hour chart we'll have more details, so we will see cleaner this picture. So the best way, of course, is always wait for breakouts, but there is also opportunity. Of course, targets are good enough, 200 pips, and here we have like 300 pips. But we can also be more aggressive and trade in this range here, because this range is like 150 pips, so it's more than enough. So what I mean is to look for short entries on the resistance and try to target this support level, and look for long buy entries on this support and target this resistance. Yes, so right now it's not good time to trade because we are in the middle of the range, so we don't want to trade here, especially that we don't have any clear 1 to 3s, any clean movement on the 1 hour time frame. So we
Euro dollar
patiently
is
wait to
another
see the
pair,
price on the
and
support or on the
this had
resistance,
really
or
strong
we
move
wait for
during
breakout.
this period.
So what we have on the weekly chart, we see that it went really fast. Yeah, we see how price was struggling to go down, and immediately after a couple of weeks, we are around the previous levels where those down move started. Yes, if you pay attention to monthly chart really quickly, the situation is that price might break this monthly trend line. So it means that maybe we'll have move higher. Yes, especially that price was struggled here a little bit. It looks like a higher low, but not exactly. Of course, this is monthly trend line, so we know that price might struggle a little bit, so it's difficult to say right now. However, if we adjust the line on the weekly, it will be like a clean breakout right now. Yes, so definitely this might go up. Right now we are on the strong resistance level. It's really strong. Yeah, we see that previously, after breakout of this level, price went up fast. Also here we have reaction and price went up. So what we might get here, price might react, and we will see only retracement maybe on the weekly chart, and then again continuation, because after weekly trendline breakout, which was here, we didn't have any retracement. Yes, here we have the small one, price just stopped and went up again. So maybe after reaching this, we will have some retracement, maybe to retest this trend line or 36 EMA, and we will have continuation, or this trend will be so strong that price will just continue to go up. Yes, so we have resistance. Another resistance will be higher somewhere around this point. Also, we have some spikes here. which can also gives us a little bit of possible break. Yes, we see that this also comes with some spikes, with some touches, probably from the daily chart, not from the weekly, but definitely this is really strong up uptrend. Yeah. So if we go to daily time frame, let me delete this trend line and the support. We don't need this. What we will see is strong move. Yes, right now price is struggling on the resistance. We have like right now we have three touches, so it's like a triple top. So this might gives us, yes, opportunity to look for short bounce entries to target maybe the 36 plus trend line, but we have to remember that we also have this support, and we on the lower time frames we will see that price created a small range here. Yes, so this might be also situation that sometimes we have retracements like this, like 1 to 3, but sometimes retracement is not like 1 to 3, but price is in the range. We have ranges, and then we have continuation. Yes, so this also might happen here. We will see. Right now, we what we know that we are on the strong resistance. So what we can say, okay, this support is visible here. We can start to look for possible short entries here and try to target this level. Yeah. So whenever you get some signals like a red candle or trend line breakouts on the lower time frames, this is our 1 hour chart trend line here. So whenever you have breakouts, this will be your call for possible short scenarios. This is aggressive trade because we trade against really strong up move. So lower your risk. If you don't like to trade aggressively against main direction, simply you wait for price to reach this support level or trend line plus 36, and then you start to look again for buy entries, target this resistance. In case of the breakout, you have next levels, or you just wait for price on the lower time frames to see like confirmation that maybe will stay above. Yeah, so if we have situation that price okay reacts, will go up, will create new higher low combinations with lower time frames, this will be your call to look for buys, also with low risk because it will be late entry. GBP US dollar, similar scenario like on the dollar. We are also here on the resistance. Another is here, those previous spikes. Let me unzoom a little bit. We'll see a little bit more details. So basically, we have something here. Another one, strong area will be around this zone. Yes, we see that here, almost here. So this is quite strong. Of course, we always know that this is area of the resistance or support, not the line. Uh, so what we have also is pointing up right now. If we pay attention, yes, we have this trend line here. So we also have here this small range. So exactly same story like on the euro dollar. Difference is that we are here far away from the trend line. If we compare to euro dollar, we have a little bit better situation because we have trend line plus 36 EMA. Here we have a little bit different story because trend line is lower, so price still can, after, for example, bounce here, price might create range, yes, and then 36 will come here, and maybe we'll have some retest later on of trend line and then continuation, or price will break and will go to retest 36 or trend line. And then, of course, at this point, we can look for buys. And at this point, we can also look for buys because it's still pointing up. And we also have false breakouts here. You see that price broke the 36 EMA. So this might be same story here. But right now, let's focus what we have, and also strong resistance. So we can again look for the short bounce entries here, and target this, or in the opposite way, if price stops here, long entries and target this resistance level. So on the 1 hour chart, if we go right now, it's pushing up, yes, The best way is, of course, to wait for trend line breakout. This gives us confirmation. So if price struggle here, then we can wait for this. Or if you see breakout, immediately you can start to look for buys. Remember, you trade against main direction, so low risk. If you have 1 hour chart 1 to 3 and price won't break this trend line plus 36, we can still look for buy entries on the lower time frames like 1 minute, 5 minute, and target this resistance here. Yes. And of course, if price breaks the resistance, stay above, we would like to buy it. And using the cat, this is interesting because here price reacted on the weekly trend line. Right now we have reaction. It looks like a long weekly 1 to 3. We also have support area here, so we see that it looks like a weekly wedge. Currently, price is on the support level, on the weekly support. So what we might have, two things. Maybe long weekly 1 to 3, and price will continue to go up to retest this or even break out. Or after bouncing on this, we'll have again reaction and price continue to go to this level. And then again reaction, and maybe we will stay in this big range. So if we go to daily chart, we have a situation which many traders are confused because weekly is pointing up theoretically because we have long 1 to 3 new higher highs. Yes, so you say, okay, I buy. But still, we have this trend line where price reacted, and the daily chart points down. So I should buy or I should sell. Definitely, we can still sell it because this is weekly chart. So daily is right now we had trend line breakout. So what we can do is to wait for the daily retracement right now and start to look for short entries. This still might be good target to retest the previous lows, 130 pips, or possible continuation. If price, for example, made here short daily 1 to 3, then we'll have new daily trend line, which will be our weekly 2 to 3 line. And then we will say, okay, if price breaks this trend line, I start to look for buys because I will go with the weekly long 1 to 3, and then I have chance that price will retest again this trend line. So this is approach which we can do. Right now, lower time frames, I think they are not so nice to sell because we see that we didn't get any retracement. Price just went down. However, if we still have volatility, if you see that price is breaking this support and is making like a short 1 hour chart 1 to 3, you can still look for possible sell scenarios here on the 1 hour chart or combinations with lower time frames. Or if you want to be more aggressive, 15-minute time frame, whenever price stays below, you can look for possible short scenarios also with low risk, because remember that the price moved already like 200 pips. So some retracement might happen, we don't know when. Still can continue to go down, that's why we can try. And the last pair is USDN. USDN is weekly chart, doesn't look nice, we see up and downs, but it's pointing still down, and we have weekly trend line here. Of course, it's far away right now, but it still looks like there is a pressure for sales. However, price retested this support, but maybe will continue to retest again. And in case of the breakout, we have a lot of room to go down to this spike or even to the previous lows. So there's still room to go lower. Unfortunately, this whole price action on the weekly, I'm not so sure. But lower time frames um, are still okay because what we have is a daily short 1 to 3. Right now, we don't have any good trend line which supports this. This is the only line. Also, if we draw it from this time, you see it's not supporting this. The only information is okay. We have lower high with the retest and rejection of the 36, so we might have continuation to this level or a little bit lower to this level. Yes, we don't know yet. Definitely, this level is the next stop. What I like is this a clear move right now on the 4 hour chart. So what I would like to see, if this stays like this, a 4-hour chart, short 1 to 3, and then we can look for short entries and target this. There should be enough room, 130, 150 pips. And if we pay attention to 1-hour chart, we can also try on the 1 hour. If you see that price is retracing to the 1 hour 36 EMA, then you can look for the 1 hour time frame entries or combinations with low time frame. So if price will be on our profit zone, yes, which is this trend line together with maybe 36 EMA, then you can go switch to 5-minute time frame, 15-minute, and try to sell it also to target this. If price breaks this, then you know, okay, I might expect for bigger retracement on the 4-hour chart, and then you start to look for setups around the 4-hour 36 EMA, yes, to sell. So that's all for this week. We will see how it will. And if you have any questions, yes, feel free to contact us. We are still available even during summer period, so feel free to email us. So enjoy the week and talk to you soon. Bye.